Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. Today, I'm going to talk about the druze. Now, they don't actually refer to themselves as druze. In English, they refer to themselves believers in the one God. And in their language, forgive me if I butcher this, it's Muwahideen. Now, they live mostly in the Middle East, in Lebanon and Syria. They began around the 11th century within the Muslim faction, and they were a spiritual and philosophical and social revolution within Islam, but they don't refer to themselves as Islam. They don't refer to themselves as Muslims. They have their own book, and it's called the Book of Wisdom, the Kitab al-Hikmah, and they believe in 7 prophets, in a sense. They believe in Adam, Noah, Abraham, Jesus, Muhammad, and there's another man as well. Forgive me if I butchered this name. And this is the last prophet of them, is Muhammad ibn Ismail ad-Dazari. Yeah. Forgive me. Aramaic. Now, it's got some interesting things. Even with their symbol kind of tells bits of their text and their story. And if you look at the star, it's got the green being number 1, being, this is in order, being the universal mind. Then the universal soul, and that's the second one, which is red. And then the third one, which is yellow, is a universal word. The fourth, which is blue, which represents the universal precedent or the universal cause. And then the last one, white, which represents the universal effect, which is pretty much their creation story. Their idea of God is the cosmic mind of God, and they believe that all life is a part of God, and pretty much as God is within us. They also believe in reincarnation. They believe you have to go through multiple reincarnations in order to, which something they stress about, which is called the Tawhid, which means the all-encompassing oneness or unity with God. So I believe you have to keep reincarnating until you become one with God, in a sense. So you went through multiple reincarnations. They believe, though, however, Druze men would reincarnate only as men, and their women would only reincarnate as women. Now, they're okay with both men and women preaching, though they keep some of their rituals and even ceremonies secret to their own communities, and only the insiders will know as they develop further in and attaining deeper knowledge. So they're almost Gnostic in a sense. Now, their leader, Al-Hugim, is one of the pretty much the founders. He also was a ruler, and something he said, he empathized with the unity of all existence within God, and gaining this knowledge bring us closer to God's true essence, and that all religious writings must be understood symbolically and not taken literally. So understanding it all symbolically. So pretty much very Gnostic in a sense, especially with some equal rights and stuff like that, which is very different with Islam. But they have got some rules with women, that they have to be married by 21, and they don't allow outsiders into their religion. They closed all outsiders into a religion around 1043, and that was under one of their leaders. Now, they were actually persecuted by other Islamic communities after their founder's death by another leader who's jealous of this dude's fame and glory, pretty much, and wealth. So he pretty much started getting them to persecute them. Now, the name Druze was actually given to them in a sense. It was named after heretics. That's why they don't actually call themselves Druze. They refer to themselves as the believers in one God. So it's quite interesting with this little bit of history here. Now, they also believe in instant reincarnation. They believe the soul can't exist without a body. So once the body's passed away, the soul instantly moves on and reincarnates into another body. So they believe in constant reincarnations in order to be one with the one mind of God. So in a sense, God is within everything, and we are all gods in a sense, which is pretty cool. So they were, again, very Gnostic in a way of seeing themselves. They were a kind of mixture of Judaism, Hinduism, Gnosticism, and Zoroastrianism and Islam. So it's a little bit of history. I've only recently just discovered these people. So it's really, really cool, especially with them having male and female teachers, which they called the insiders sheik or sheikas, which was the females. and they would wear certain religious clothing, and they would perform all the proper religious rites, and they were well aware. And their leaders, they referred to them as the Knowers, which is pretty interesting. So peace and love, everyone. I love you all. Connect to and one, mind and soul. Namaste.